Good day, students. On this clip, we're going to be going over 3 examples on how to simplify rational expressions in preparation for the quiz, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and write down the number 1, the instructions for number 1. We're going to simplify. So, write this down. Divide. Number 1, divide. Alright, we're going to divide 5x squared, y squared, divided by 3, a to the 5th, b to the 4th. We're going to divide this by 7, x to the 3rd y, over 12ab to the 3rd. Okay? Now, to divide, remember you're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the fraction on the right. So we drop this, change it to times, and flip this. So we're going to have 5x squared y squared over 3a to the 5th b to the 4th. Change the division to times, and then we're going to reciprocate this. We'll have 12ab to the 3rd divided by 7x to the 3rd y. Now we're going to decompose everything and then see what cancels out. For the common factors that cancel out, remember, you cannot cancel across, just up and down. I mean, you can cancel side to side, just up and down, or across. Alright? So now let's break it down. We'll have 5 times x times x times y for the rational expression on the left, and on the denominator you have 3 times 5a's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, times b times b times b times b, and then times, if you break down 12 is 2 times 2 times 3 times a, b, b, b for b to the 3rd, divided by, and then 7 times x times x times y. Okay? Now we're going to start reducing. Remember, you can go across or down, you can go side to side, alright? So let's look at the 5 new 5's on the bottom. How about the x's? X goes here 1, x goes here 1. X goes here 1, x goes here 1. And then y goes here 1, y goes here 1. And then let's look at on the bottom here 3 goes here 1, 3 goes here once. A goes here once, A goes here once. And then let's look at the B's. You have 3, B goes here 1, 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 and then B goes there 1. Okay? Anything else? That's it. So we'll multiply across. We multiply across, we have 5 times 2 times 2, which is 20. Let's write it under. We'll have 20y. 20y, write that again, 20y over, divided by 1, 2, 3, 4 a's, so 7, a to the 4th x, and there goes your final answer. Alright, okay, now let's move on to question number 2. So for question 2, we're going to simplify the expression 3x squared minus 17x plus 10 over x squared minus 14x plus 45. Now we're going to extract the numerator first, and then we'll break it down. The numerator is 3x squared minus 17x plus 10. So let's see if there's any common factor we can extract from this first. Okay, so we'll break it down. 3 times x minus 17 times x plus 2 times 5. Nothing comes out, so we're going to multiply it all back together. 3x squared minus 17x plus 10. Now we need to factor this by grouping. This is not a perfect square, neither is that, and there's no a difference in squares also. So to factor this by grouping, we need to make this into 4 terms. So make our x, play the x game. AC goes on top, B goes on the bottom. This is A, B, C. AC is 30, B is 17, negative 17. So what two numbers times to give you this and add to give you that? Well, let's make our list of factors. 30 goes on top. So 1 times 30. 1 goes into 30 30 times. This gives me 31 or 29. That doesn't work. 2 goes into 30 15 times. Actually, that works. So we have 2 and 15, and if we make both of them negative, then that will make this factor. So we'll have 3x squared minus 2x minus 15x plus 10. Alright, now we have a polynomial with 4 terms, and we can now break it down to center and factor by grouping. Alright, so from the first, we're going to break them all down. We have 3 times x minus 2 times x minus 3 times 5 times x plus 2 times 5. There you have it. Now let's factor from the first two, we can take out an x. So we'll have, underline the wrong thing, we take out an x. So if we take out an x, we'll have x on the outside, and then we'll be left with 3x minus 2. And now we take out negative 5 on the right side here, take out the negative and then a 5. And we take out negative 5, we'll be left with 3x. Since we factor out a minus, this becomes a negative minus 2. So we're going to have 3x minus 2 times x minus 5. Okay, so that goes into the numerator, 3x minus 2 times x minus 5. Alright, now let's switch our attention to the denominator. We're going to apply the same factoring process to the denominator. So we solve this. So if you take a look at the denominator, we have x squared minus 14x plus 45. Let's break it down and see if anything comes out. X times x minus 2 times 7 times x plus, if you break down 45, you can take out 5 and 9, and then 3, 3. So we have 3 times 3 times 5. If you look at all three terms, nothing is common, so we reassemble it, multiply it back as it was before. Now, we want to factor by grouping, so we need 4 terms, alright? So we make our x again. AC goes on top, B goes on the bottom. Alright, what pair of numbers work here that the product is 45 and the sum is 14? So using 45, we know 1 times 40, 1 goes in 45 times. 3 goes into 45 15 times. Neither of these work. Let's move on. 5 goes in 45 9 times. That works. 9 and 5. So we're going to put 5 and 9, make both of them negative, so that it works out. So we have x squared minus 5x minus 9x plus 45. Break it down to center and factor by grouping. So we're going to have x times x minus 5 times x, and then minus 3 times x plus 3 times 3 times 5. Now, on the left side, we take out an x. So we take out an x, we'll have x minus 5. On the right side, we'll take out 2 3's. Since there's a minus there, we always keep that minus 9, and we'll be left with x. Since we took out a minus, this becomes a minus 5. Bring it together, we have x minus 5 times x minus 9. Okay? So we insert it back into the problem, x minus 5 times x minus 9. Now let's see what cancels out. X minus 5 goes here once, x minus 5 goes here once. So the final answer is going to be 3x minus 2 divided by x minus 9 as your final result. Okay? Alright. Now let's move on to the last question, last but not the least, question number 3. So for number 3, we're going to simplify the expression x squared, let me bring it down here, x squared plus 4x plus 4 over 2x minus 6 times x squared minus x minus 6 over x squared minus 4. Okay, so let's start with the, we don't need to drop, change, flip anything here, right? Because this is already a times, so we don't need to multiply by reciprocal, just leave it the way it is. So let's start with the numerator on the left numerator. So left numerator is x squared plus 4x plus 4. Let's see if anything can be factored out. X times x plus 2 times 2 times x plus 2 times 2. We have no greatest common factor, so we reassemble it. X squared plus 4x plus 4. Now this looks like a perfect square trinomial since we have a square here and a square here. So let's read them and see what happens. So to factor perfect square trinomials, you read the first and the last, and then you bring down the middle sign. Okay? So if I read the first and the last, I'll have x, and then the square root of 4 is 2. If I multiply these numbers, two numbers, and double it, do I get the middle? If I do x times 2, that's 2x times 2, that's 4x. So this is a perfect square trinomial. Alright? So just bring down the middle sign, plus square. Alright? Okay, now this goes back in on the top left. We're going to have x plus 2 times itself, since this is a square. Okay? With that in mind, we're going to shift our attention to the denominator, the left denominator. Okay, the left denominator. So what do we have there? Let's go ahead and write that down. The left denominator. The left denominator is 2x minus 6. So break it down as 2 times x. And break down 3 is 2 times 3. What's common? 2 is common. So factor it out. 2, and you're left with x minus 3. Alright, so 2x minus 3 is a factored form of the denominator on the left. This can be factored any further, so we have 2 times x minus 3. Alright, now let's shift our attention to the numerator on the right. The right numerator, and see how we can factor that. Okay? So, right numerator, right. The right numerator is x squared minus x minus 6. Let's break it down and see if we can factor out anything. X minus 2 times 3. Nothing is common, so we reassemble it as it was before, x squared minus x minus 6. This is not a perfect square, but this is, we need both first and last to be perfect squares to use a perfect square trinomial trick. But this is not a perfect square, so we have to use the x thing. So make our x, AC goes on top, B goes on the bottom. AC is negative 6 in this problem, and negative 1 is B. So what works? Put in negative 6. If you break that down, you have 1 and 6, or 2 and 3. 2 and 3 works perfectly here. So we have 2 and 3. Make the big one negative, because 2 minus 3 is negative 1. So we're going to have x squared plus 2x minus 3x minus 6. Break it down the center and factor by grouping. So now we're going to have x times x plus 2 times x minus 3 times x minus 2 times 3. Alright? So from the first two, I'll take out an x. Take out an x, and I'm left with x plus 2. And then on the right, I'll take out negative 3. And I'm left with x. The sign changes because we took out a negative, so this one has become the plus x plus 2. So the final answer is x plus 2 times x minus 3. That's your right numerator. So let's reinsert it. We have x plus 2 times x minus 3. Okay. Now let's focus our attention on the numerator, on the denominator on the right. Denominator on the right. Let's see what we get with that. So if we extract the denominator on the right, let's write down what it is first. Right denominator. Right denominator. Okay. On the right denominator is x squared minus, not minus 4. So break it down, see if you can take out anything. See that nothing can be extracted, so put it back together, x squared minus 4. This is a square, this is a square, and this is a difference, so we can use the difference of squares formula. So you read the first and the last, add and subtract the square root. So we're going to have x plus 2 times x minus 2. Put it back in. For the denominator on the right, we have x plus 2 times x minus 2. So we're going to have, let's reduce this. So x plus 2 goes here once, x plus 2 goes here once, x minus 3 goes here once, x minus 3 goes here once. So your final answer, just multiply across. We're going to have, on the numerator, we'll have x plus 2 repeating, so that's x plus 2 squared. Divided by, in the denominator, you just have 2 times x minus 2. So there goes your final result. Alright? Okay. So thanks so much for paying attention to this presentation. You can subscribe by clicking up here. Just feel free to share with your friends via Facebook or Twitter. More videos can be found on microsoft.com. Thanks again, and have a wonderful day.